his disappearance. By then, the storm had passed, but it had left behind a battered, waterlogged landscape. Trails were washed out, slopes were coated in mud, and dense fog clung to the higher altitudes, swallowing sound and sight. Search teams, including seasoned park rangers, volunteers, and canine units, fanned out across the western side of Grand Teton. Their base was established at Jenny Lake, and helicopters swept overhead every morning, scanning with infrared and high-res imaging. But day after day, they turned up nothing, not even broken branches or a boot print. After a week of searching, the team began to focus on Logan's last known coordinates near Whistler's Cut, the dangerously narrow ravine. Only a handful of rangers had ever navigated that terrain. When they reached the ledge near the ping location, they found the area choked with debris, fallen rocks, torn branches, and several large eagle nests perched in the cliffs above. The area was eerily quiet. One ranger reported hearing a strange, high-pitched screech echoing from the stone walls, but no animals were seen. Oddly, one of the larger nests had feathers scattered in a spiral pattern, something the wildlife biologist on site couldn't explain. Search dogs brought to the location became visibly disturbed. One refused to go past a certain point, growling at nothing. Another sat down and whined, ears pinned back, refusing to approach the cliff's edge. Rangers were puzzled. These dogs had worked dozens of cases before, some in far more treacherous terrain. Yet here, they froze. They smelled something they didn't like, one handler later recalled, though he admitted he couldn't say what. The team pressed further, climbing down the ravine, but still found no trace of Logan, not even a torn piece of fabric or a dropped energy bar wrapper. It was as though he'd vanished mid-step. Weeks passed, and pressure mounted. News outlets picked up the story. Interviews aired with Logan's family, and hashtags like #FindLoganFisher and #LostInTheTetons started trending. But as the news cycle moved on, so did public interest. The official search was scaled back by mid-July, though a few rangers, including Caleb Morris, the one who had explored Whistler's Cut, continued to revisit the site on their own. Caleb in particular couldn't be late summer. Logan's disappearance had started fading from headlines, but within Grand Teton, strange reports began surfacing from backcountry hikers and locals alike. A couple from Utah claimed they were camping near Phelps Lake when they heard soft whistling around their tent at 2 a.m., rhythmic, almost musical, but echoing unnaturally across the canyon. When the husband peeked outside, he saw nothing, but the next morning, they found a piece of orange nylon tangled high in a tree, 20 feet up, the same shade as Logan's jacket. Rangers later visited the area but were unable to recover the material. A strong wind had torn it away, or something had. A group of college students